Changes, they are a coming. One of the things that a lot of people have been looking at is trending technology, and you can either ride a change, a paradigm shift in a culture, or you can be run over by it. I mean, there's great times to go counterculture. There's things I disagree with in our culture today, but there's also times that if you go counterculture, you get run over. There's a lot of authors now that are making the shift over to self-publishing. There's a lot of authors now that are making the shift over to print on demand. The whole printing industry is changing. You've got giants out there in the printing industry that are teetering and falling. Because they are not changing with the times. Kodak is suffering because they are not adapting to the changes in digital film and different things like that. They have suffered because of those mistakes. And you've got things like the Kindle Fire being brand new this Christmas. This is the tail end of 2011 when I'm filming this, a couple days from Christmas. Here's the Nook color. You've got the late Steve Jobs that's holding the original iPad. Of course, the iPad 2 is out now. And I just found this and thought I'd throw this up here because the industry is shifting. Here you've got a self-published author, Gabriel Jennings and the Ferret Freedom Fighters. You've got a book that's out there that is getting attention and being read. It's a children's book. Kids more and more are learning to use things like the Kindle and the Nook and the iPad. They're reading books on their phones. The industry is shifting. And as much as I like, I'm looking around my office now. I've got 4 or 5 bookshelves in here, depending on how you look at it, about 5 bookshelves just in this office. I love to hold a book in my hand, but I also have a Nook, and I'm actually looking at buying a Kindle this Christmas. The industry's shifting. My son, I was talking to his teacher a couple of months ago, and she told me that their school library had a digital department in it that you could download and view movies. And not movies, I'm sorry, but books rather, and check them out the same way that you would check out a hardbound book. I mean, I've got one of my son's hardbound books that he was reading, Inkheart, by Cornelia Funk. I've got it in my hand. He's got this, but he can now go if I want to send him with my Nook, and he can check out books on the Nook. The whole industry is shifting. You see more and more authors that are making this move, and I think it's only going to become more so. I don't think you'll ever see a day when there are no books. If we do, it probably won't be in my lifetime, where there are no books being printed on paper, but you're going to see this huge shift, and it makes publishing a lot cheaper. I mean, an author can go out to someplace like Amazon.com and publish almost as easy as they can send an email. I mean, if you've got any understanding of desktop publishing, even just a little bit, you can make a very nice cover for a book and have it out there within a very short time. It's one of those things that impresses me to watch the industry shift. And so the same way that people missed the boat with DVD technology, or there were companies that missed the boat from record to CD, there were companies that made different mistakes. Kodak nearly went under for not making the jump to digital. There's a lot of companies that miss things. There's also people in the private sector that miss things who aren't up with what's changing, and it's just interesting to watch these things shift. I made a kind of a prophecy to a friend of mine about a year ago while we were watching the first tablets really come out and become popular, and we were talking about the pan digital readers and the early Nooks and early Kindles, and a couple years ago now, and I told him, I said, they're going to have to get faster, they're going to have to be touchscreen all the way across, and they're going to have to be color, they're going to have to compete with laptops. And of course, we've known that the rise of the tablet was coming for some time in the IT industry. It's been coming, but now the tablet's here, and the tablet is going to have to get more and more user friendly. You're going to have to be able to dock it with a keyboard that comes standard. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to have to happen, and I think you're going to continue to see this shift in technology. It's going to get more and more interesting as I watch it from kind of the inside of technology. More and more of my customers are using tablets, and things like the Nook and the Kindle Fire, they are going to have to compete with things like the iPad 2. And now you see, of course, the Kindle Fire is out, and they're talking about a 3G version of it soon. and you've got the Nook Color, and Nook's newest version actually is said to be faster than the Kindle Fire. So you're seeing more and more where these dedicated e-readers are having to come out. These companies that make them are having to come out with new versions that are actually more. They play movies. They're more of a tablet than they are just an e-reader. So I'm interested in what the new year is going to bring. No more real technology predictions from me on that, but I'm just interested in seeing what the new year is going to bring. So at this point, it's a couple days till Christmas 2003. So have yourself a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and stay tuned to what's going on out there. I mean, there's people that can publish these books like Gabriel Jennings and the Freedom Fighters on Amazon and make a living from their house without having to go through all of the pain and heartache of a large publication company and having their work twisted and reshaped from what their original vision was. So take care. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click like on this video and post any comments. Thanks. Bye.